A little over $400 million. That's how much the last Powerball jackpot was. I bought a ticket and I didn't win. When I buy those tickets, though, I start thinking, how am I going to enjoy my money? What can I do to spend a little bit to enjoy a lot? Well, I like cars. So, of course, I'm going to go find me the nicest American sports car, muscle car that I could find. Today, I'm gonna start talking about my little dream. I'm going to talk about Camaros. I'm going to talk about Mustangs. I'm going to talk about Dodge Challengers. My opinion, I'm a Mustang guy. I think that's the best bang for your buck all the way around. You know, I've been a car guy for years. I used to sell cars. I've sold Chevys, and I've sold Fords, and I've sold Dodges. So hopefully today I can give you a lot of information to help you, in case you ever win that big lottery pot, to make your decision. Now, let's say you didn't win the big pot. Let's say you won $1 million, which we all know doesn't go that far anymore. Start looking at the base Mustangs, the base Camaros, or the base Challengers. Those three cars are still going to be a great buy, especially at a lower price for those V6s. Now, I went straight to the websites for each one of those cars, being Ford.com for the Mustang, Chevy or Chevrolet.com, either one will get you there for the Camaro, and Dodge.com for the Challenger. When I got to those three sites, I went and built each one of my vehicles the way I would want them. Of course, starting with the base with no options on any of them. You're looking at about $22,000 for a Mustang, $23,000 for a Camaro, and about $27,000 for a Challenger. A little higher, I know, but they're a gorgeous car, right? Now, let's talk a little about performance in those V6s. Your Mustang V6 is going to get about 305 horsepower. Your Camaro V6 is going to be about 323 horsepower. And your Challenger is going to be 305 horsepower, the same as the Mustang. Now, the big difference in all those is weight. The Mustang weighs in at the least at about 3,500 pounds for that V6. And unfortunately, the Challenger is a very large car and is actually weighing at the most about 3,800 pounds. The Camaro is somewhere in between, around about 3,700 pounds. Not too bad, but of course, with the lighter weight, you're going to get a better performance out of that Mustang GT. Now, me, I like even more performance. I like my options. I like my frills. So I started building each one of those cars a little bit differently, the way I would want them. I like V8s. I like that raw American power. So I built a Mustang GT, a Camaro SS, and a Dodge Challenger RT. Now, when prices all came out on all three of those, I was looking at about $45,000 for the Mustang GT, $55,000 for a Camaro SS, and about $39,000 for that Dodge Challenger RT. Of course, you're going to say Dodge Challenger RT, best buy. I beg to differ. I'm more of that Mustang guy. When I look at those options, and when I have name brand options of brakes, performance brakes for a Mustang GT is actually a Brembo brake, which is a very known brake company. Your Dodge Challenger RT, it's just a pumped up Dodge part. So, in my opinion, I don't really look at that Challenger as much as I do the other two, especially due to the fact that even with an RT, that V8 Hemi power, you're looking at about 375 horsepower, but that weight went up again on this one at about 4,000 pounds with a 0 to 60 time of 5.5 seconds. Now, let's go back a little bit, and I'll actually tell you that the Mustang V6 that's putting out 305 horsepower is actually got a faster 0 to 60 time at 5.1 seconds. So, in my opinion, that Dodge RT is right out of the box. It's gone. Now, just to narrow it down to the other two, that's quite a bit of money when you're looking at that price of $45,000 compared to $55,000. Now, I could also tell you that the 0 to 60 time for the Mustang is 4.2 seconds. The Camaro, 5 seconds. Your top speed in that Mustang GT is 161, when your top speed in that Camaro, which is, don't forget, $10,000 more, only 155. And when it comes to performance, I think that Mustang's got it. I would see no reason for you to spend money elsewhere. especially seeing as though you'd have to spend more money on that Camaro SS and still be slower than me and my Mustang. Now, there's quite a few other websites you could go to. I've got a lot of my information as far as the 0 to 60 times in Car and Driver magazine. And there's also plenty of websites out there, just like this one at Edmunds.com, where you can go through and look at all three of these vehicles or any other vehicles that you're interested in. They'll give you good MSRPs, and if you'll notice, these are a little different than mine, just because I built them the way I wanted to build them, which you could do on their websites also. We'll give you tons of information as far as mechanical features, interior features, different sizes if you're concerned about being able to fit in one or not, and making sure your family's going to fit. If gas mileage is an issue, they'll tell you about that too. Now, hopefully today that I've told you enough information to allow you to go out and spend a good amount of money on a very good performance vehicle without wasting money on a slower vehicle. Thanks for your time.